All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final event of the Wonder-Comic-Alooza-Con 2021. I'm Chris Carson, your moderator for tonight's panel, and let me tell you, it's a dandy. First, we have Vivian Hardwick, creator of Lady Raid and Black Flag. Hello, Vivian.
Hello, Chris.
Also with us tonight is Arthur Lane, the man responsible for creating the popular Waste Manager and Trashy series.
Arthur Lane never created anything. You stole every character and plot from somebody else.
Red, this is neither the time nor the place.
Don't call me that.
What, Red? You never used to mind it.
I never used to mind milk either until I discovered that it made me physically ill. Funny, I discovered I was lactose intolerant about the same time I discovered I was Arthur intolerant.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you all know, Vivian and Arthur are not only former business partners, but former domestic partners. So this sure to be a lively discussion, especially considering the fact that Vivian was also once married to another member of our panel, Roger Hardwick, star of Waste Manager and Trashy. And though none of these people really need an introduction, allow me to introduce the rest of our panel. Tina Randolph as Jane Johnson, better known as Lady Raid.
Lady Raid's here.
Penny Bright as her little sister and pesty sidekick, Jane Johnson, also known as Black Flag.
Bad guys check in, but they don't check out.
Roger Hardwick as Donald Bree, or Waste Manager. Roger, can you hear me? Roger, turn your audio on.
Hello?
Oh, okay. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Hello?
You need to turn your camera on.
Oh. Okay, how's that?
Still off, Roger.
Is that better?
Still off.
Okay. How about now?
Oh, we can see you, but it's just the bottom part of your face.
Okay. Is this better?
No, it's just the top part.
Okay.
Entire face. Oh, there we go. That's fantastic.
Did I fix it? Are we good?
Good enough.
Hello everyone.
Go ahead, Roger.
Go ahead with what?
Your catchphrase.
Oh, right. It's time to take out the trash. How was that?
Great, just great, Roger. Buddy Gray as Randy Refuse, or Trashy.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
And since we broached the subject, now is as good a time as any to discuss the rise and fall of V-Bart Comics. And who better to talk about the historic pairing of Vivian Hardwick and Arthur Lane than the person who introduced them to each other? Ladies and gentlemen, our final guest this evening is the award-winning artist who brought many of her favorite comic book characters to life, including Lady Raid, Black Flag, Waste Manager, and Trashy. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Frank Kirby. Here he is, Frank Kirby. It appears that Frank is having some technical difficulties. So, Arthur, I was hoping to talk to you and Frank about the new project you're working on together. Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but we're planning to add a new character to the artistic universe, beginning with the next issue of Waste Manager and Trashy.
Tell us, who did you steal this idea from, Arthur?
Oh, I should point out, for those of you who are unaware of the fact, that Vivian is not only suing Arthur for divorce, but for theft of intellectual property. I don't suppose either of your lawyers will allow you to comment on the lawsuit?
That's correct, Chris. No comment.
I could give plenty of comments. However, because this is a family event, I will restrain myself. However, perhaps no one would object if I quoted something from Shakespeare.
Go ahead, Vivian. You were always a show-off.
Me! I'm a show-off. This is coming from the guy who has to imitate Darth Vader every time he puts on a mask. Luke, I am your father. It gets old, Arthur.
As do you.
Why, thou subtle perjured, false disloyal man.
Oh, very good. Is that from Richard III?
No, the two gentlemen of Verona.
See what I mean? Why do English majors feel they have the right to bore everyone to death with Shakespeare?
Oh, shut up, you poor, base, rascally, cheating, lack linen mate.
Henry IV, if I'm not mistaken.
Part 2.
Are you finished?
Just one more from King Lear. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle.
Ah, the rule of 3. Well, here's one for you, Red. Thou art wasting thy breath, which be no great loss.
I don't recognize that quote. Is it from one of the history plays?
A comedy. Monkey business.
That's not a Shakespeare play.
No, it's Marx Brothers movie.
A Philistine.
Snob!
Okay. Let's get back to this new character. Is there anything else you can tell us, Arthur?
Well, as I was saying, they will make their first appearance in the next issue. On television, they will be introduced in the next crossover episode, which will hopefully air next year. We plan to eventually spin them off into their own series, both in the comics and on television. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away, but I can tell you that the character is complex, a bit of an anti-hero. Ambiguous would be a good word to describe them.
You're being pretty ambiguous yourself with your pronouns. You're not even going to tell us if it's a man or a woman?
No comment.
And what about you, Vivian? Can you tell us anything?
Nothing, other than the fact that if it were up to me, there wouldn't be another crossover episode. Ever.
Okay, well, now seems like a good time to take a break, and I'll see if I can find out what happened to our missing guest, Frank Kirby. Perhaps he can tell us something about these exciting changes coming to the artistic and vivacious universes.
I wouldn't count on it.
Hello, everyone at the NPHS NPHS Theater event. We're so glad you are all here, and we are so glad we are here. We are actors from the Royal Shakespeare Theater Company of Bakersfield, and we are just going to be having a little bit of fun with you guys tonight. We are not Comic-Con experts like the other people up here tonight, and like a lot of you there in the audience. We don't know too much about that, but I think we'll come to master, because how long would you say it took us to master the art of Shakespeare? Like 1 month, 2 months? What do you think?
The art of Shakespeare. Oh, I think it'll just been a couple of odd weeks together. Together us two.
And if we can master that in a few weeks, I think we can do this in a few seconds. So we're gonna get started with some improv games. Isn't that right? Carla? Okay. So first, let's take to learn more about superheroes. Oh
my.
Well, Carla, I'm gonna hand it over to you to get 2 superheroes for our improv game.
All right. Now, can we have 2 superheroes? Are we gonna take some energy from the audience, get that energy up? We're gonna have 2 superheroes. Now let's see here what's going on. I'm feeling some vibes tonight, and let's just get 2. I have a feeling. I have a gothic feeling taking me over. I have a Gotham feeling. How are you feeling about that, Henry?
I'm feeling very Gotham about it.
I'm feeling very Gotham about it as well.
Are we getting any superheroes in our chat? 2 superheroes that we can discover.
2 we can discover.
Are we getting any superheroes?
Not that I see.
Let's check.
Indeed.
While we wait, who do
What?
you see as a superhero in your life, Carla?
Who do I see as a superhero?
Yeah.
You know, I see the great William Shakespeare as a superhero in my life.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you something?
Oh, go ahead, Henry.
I
Tell
think
me something.
I will. I think you're a superhero in my life.
Oh, Henry.
Ah, fooled you.
God.
You imagine?
Oh.
Well,
He
our-
is superhero.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Right, we have one superhero.
We have
Can we get one more? We need two.
just two.
Okay. Looks like we have Batman and Spider-Man. Who do you want to be? I'll give you the choice.
You'll give me the choice. Okay. You know what? I was feeling Gothamy tonight. I'm gonna go with Batman.
I don't get that reference, but great. And I will be Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man. That sounds right.
Right.
All right. And we're Spider-Man. Okay. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Spider. Ah! A bat!
Oh, a bat. I am a bat and I have arrived. Oh, God, a spider. What is that thing?
I'm a spider.
And I am a bat. Look how I float through the night. My wings of glory. So gracious and elegant.
Can I come climb on your wings of glory?
Okay, but be careful. They're delicate.
Okay. I've hopped on. I'm on your wings of glory.
Are you enjoying Wings of Glory?
I'm loving it. You know why? Because it'd be a great place to make a web. Let me start webbing.
Okay, I suppose
You're doing great. This is great. Oh, yes.
You can enjoy this wing. I'll keep this one.
You know what? Why? You're right. Why am I limiting myself? Let me hop over to that wing.
Oh well, you know, if you need to.
Oh, we've got two beautiful webs hanging from your what do you call it? Luscious wings. They really
does it complement the shape of my wings? That's my question, Henry.
What?
I mean,
yeah.
Spitterman.
Spitterman. Spooderman.
Making me very elegant bat, Spitterman.
Alrighty. And there. Those are your two. Now you're all spidered up.
Superheroes.
All right. Well, I best be going. Spider off.
And I will back off.
Right.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Are we done? Are we done?
Yes. We have to get back to our panel. But thank you for improvising.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity, Chris.
And I would like to be the first to say thank you for the opportunity, Chris.
Of course, Henry. All right. Ladies
and
gentlemen.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Okay. Welcome back to our panel segment. I'm afraid that I have to start things off with some rather bad news. Frank Kirby is dead. This isn't a comedy bit, Penny. Frank is really dead.
Golly, Chris, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
Yeah, she always talks like that.
Really? I'm sorry. Just never heard anyone use the word jeepers in real life before. Sounds like something your character would say.
Exactly. There was no swearing allowed in my house when I was a kid, so my parents came up with this list of G-rated words that we could use instead. And admittedly, it did come in handy when I auditioned for the part of Black Flag.
You should hear her when she's really upset. It's freaking hilarious.
Tina! How many times have I told you not to use the F word?
about the same number of times I've told you that freaking is not the F word.
I don't care. I find it offensive. The only F word that I find acceptable is fun.
Well, fun you, Penny.
Okay, as I was saying, Frank is dead. It looks like murder, which means all of you are suspects.
Cheese and crackers. How did it happen?
Well, the police haven't determined the cause of death, but near the body they found a black cape, an open box, and a note reading, "Karma bites, doesn't it?" It was signed anonymously by some RH.
Say, doesn't Lady Raid wear a black cape?
So what? Just about everyone in this business wears a cape, including you.
Not everyone wears a black cape. Mine's red, like Superman's. I don't know where I put it.
I'd just like to point out that I don't wear a cape.
Who cares, garbage boy?
It's trashy. And I just wanted
Okay,
to point out.
The fact of the matter is that Trashy doesn't wear a cape, and that Waste Manager wears a red one.
Like Superman.
Like Superman.
Roger, are you also faster than a speeding bullet? Because some of us here might like to test you on that.
But the main thing is that only 2 people on our panel were black capes, Tina and Penny.
Yes, and we currently have them with us.
They probably have a spare, like I do. It's usually at the cleaners.
Telling you not to eat in your costume.
That's weird. It sounds like we all got text messages at the same time. Mine says, "Now that you've heard the awful news, you could probably use some clues." It's from an unknown number and signed RH.
Mine says, ask Arthur about Tina. Also signed RH. What's going on between you and Tina, Arthur? And what does RH stand for? Rotten husband?
That is.
Look, Vivian.
Tina and I.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking, but Arthur and I had an affair. I immediately regretted it, and now it's over.
Well, I guess that explains my message that says, ask Tina about Arthur.
I knew there was someone, but I never dreamed it was you, Tina. I must say, I'm surprised. I thought you had better taste. When was this?
Last spring, just before lockdown.
You remember, darling, it was about the same time I discovered you were having an affair with Frank. But like Frank's note said, karma bites, doesn't it?
Ouch. And I guess that explains my message. Ask Vivian about Frank.
Tina, I'm shocked. What about us?
What on earth are you talking about, Roger, you dimwit?
Remember that last crossover episode?
That was our characters, Roger. That was not real life.
Oh, right.
Penny, what does your message say?
I'd really rather not say.
Come on, Penny, give.
Fine. It says, ask Penny about her church.
Well, tell us about your church, Penny.
Look, Chris, I'd really rather not.
Come on, it might provide a clue into Frank's murder.
Well, not that it's anyone's business, Tina, but I don't attend a church.
It probably means the church you were raised in. She was a Pentecostal or something.
Thanks a lot, Tina.
Sorry, I figured everyone knew. It was in People magazine, for goodness sake.
Pentecostal. Isn't that the church where you speak in tongues and handle snakes?
Some do, but not all. Anyway, I left the church years ago.
Okay. Roger, what does your text message say?
What text message?
The one from RH?
Oh. Don't forget to pick up a loaf of... No, that's my wife. We'll ask Buddy what he saw in Arthur's office. RH?
What did you see in Arthur's office, buddy?
Well, I'm guessing it refers to the time I walked into Arthur's office while he was alone with Penny.
What?
Poopy.
They just keep getting younger and younger, don't they, Arthur?
Oh, please.
Hey, I mean, you're younger than Penny, you old hag.
Sorry, dear, but you do look older.
I think that unfortunately just leaves Arthur. Arthur, what does your text message say?
Who inherits the businesses? RH.
I assume the business is artistic and vivacious. Do you care to answer the question?
Well, Frank was a partner in both companies, so when he died, shares went to Vivian and me. And since we're technically still married, if anything happens to me, Vivian inherits artistic, and
if anything happens to me, Arthur gets vivacious. I need to make a note to change that as soon as possible. I certainly don't want him getting his grubby little hands on Lady Raid and Black Flag. But oh wait, you already had your grubby little hands on them, didn't you, Arthur?
take him.
Okay, well, it seems like whoever this RH is, they have a grudge against all of you. Can anyone think of who it might be?
Richard Harris.
The actor? He's been dead for 20 years.
Rex Harrison.
He's been dead for 30.
Rock Hudson.
Can anybody think of a living person with the initials of RH?
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Roger, darling,
What?
your initials are RH.
Ooh! Oh! Right.
Wait a minute.
I guess it's me then.
I think I know what RH stands for.
What?
Red Heron.
I think you mean herring, Arthur.
Nobody. I mean Red Heron. We've had this discussion before.
But red herring is an expression. It means something.
It's a cliche. And it's a fish. Whoever heard of a comic book character based on a fish?
The Penguin?
What?
The Penguin from Batman.
And what about him?
It's a character based on a fish.
Roger, penguins are birds.
Oh, right. They do eat fish, though, don't they?
Yes, yeah, they do.
Oh, what about Aquaman?
Again, not a fish. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, my two exes. I sure can pick them, can't I?
Anyways, I think we'd all like to hear more about this red heron.
Herring.
Or red herring. Arthur?
It's Red Heron. It's the name of the new character we're developing, and I think maybe Buddy and I have already said too much. Everyone on Artistic signed it in a strict non-disclosure agreement, including me. Isn't that right, Buddy?
Yes.
All right. Well, Vivian, can you tell us anything?
I'm afraid not. Everyone at Vivacious had to sign the same NDA when we signed the contract with Artistic. But believe me, if I could get out of that deal with the devil, I would.
Great. Well, you're all gonna have to talk to the police eventually, and I'm pretty sure that they don't give a rat's patatouille about NDAs, so I think it's time to start talking.
Excuse me, someone's at my door. I'm going to mute you for a second.
All right. Well, we'll just wait for Arthur to return then. Is Arthur always like this about NDA stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I asked him why once, and he said it was protected under an NDA.
Sounds in character.
As someone who's had an affair with Arthur, he's obsessed with NDAs. He might as well
Did
have
you-
an affair with an NDA than with me.
Did you have to sign something after the affair?
No. Although he did propose it.
And you wanted to go through with that? Really?
No. Although I would never have liked it to happen, so I probably would have.
Oh, speak of the devil, he's back.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he saying? Arthur! Yo, Arthur! Oh, he must have turned his sound on, which is kind of fortunate. Arthur! Yo, Arthur!
turn your sound on. We can't hear you. Oh, why is it Bach? Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Arthur, do not open that box. Turn your sound on.
Oh my, the suspense is terrible, and I hope it will last.
Where did you get the popcorn?
Okay.
What is
Oh, that reminds me. My other cape should be back from the cleaners by now. I better give him a call.
Damn it.
Oh, sugar! Sound like me sucking on a Nicola Shatner! Oh, cheese and crackers! Fun, 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 fun!
Well, now we know what happened to Frank.
Arthur, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a short break, and when we resume, we will return with the question and answer segment of our program. I'm pretty sure that you guys have a lot of questions for our panel. I know I do. Make sure to refresh the page that you're on and put your answers and put your questions, my apologies, into the live chat. When we return, we'll resume with the question and answer segment. Should we even return? We'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, speaking of questions and answers, it's your two favorite Shakespearean pals back, ready to do some more improv games with you all. So let's get some of your answers to our questions. So last time we did 2 superheroes. Now why don't we get 2 superpowers, and we will create a story based off just 2 superpowers.
Right, the 2 superpowers. You know, as us actors, or thespians, if you will.
Yeah.
Henry, I think that's one of our strong suits, is storytelling.
I would agree. I think as storytellers, I just feel as though we really tell stories, you know?
You know what? I think you're right.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you gotta really, you know what, Henry? You really gotta tell the story. You gotta tell it.
So when we talk about telling the story, you know, kind of piggybacking off of that,
right?
How would I do that with a superpower? Like, what's a superpower would you say I have in my own life?
In your own life?
Yeah, or you have in yours. But I like one thing. I like hearing stuff about me. But if it helps you to kind of picture it with yourself,
you know what? That's understandable. I like to hear things about myself, but you know what? I'll do you a favor this time. A strength that you have, a superpower. You know what? I got one to give you. I'm going to give you flying. And you know what? I saw it in the chat, Henry. I got to go with flying for you.
Flying. Okay, and how about for you? How about I give you super strength?
Super strength. Oh.
Super strength.
All right.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay. Blast off! Ow!
I'm so strong.
Ow!
Not only am I strong, but the strength that I have, it's super. I can feel the blood pumping through my muscles.
Ow! Some super strength is pulling down on me, resisting my ability to fly.
It's like the strength from the ocean is pumping through my veins. I can just break things.
I see the person causing this super strength pulling. Let me fly to them.
You know, it's almost like I have enough strength to just throw you out of the air, but I won't. Because my heart is super strong as well.
I dare you.
Oh no.
Throw me out of the earth. Oh.
You. I'll throw that building. Just I can just pick it up and just toss it like a
No,
teddy
no.
bear.
Forget the building. Throw me. I dare you.
You know what? I think the building's heavier than you. I think I have more strength than.
All right, and scene. I think that was great. I think that was really, yeah.
You know,
Should we take one more? Should we take, or two more superpowers? Do we have 2 more superpowers
I like that idea. 2 more.
in the
It's always
chat?
good. 2 more in the chat.
2 more in the chat.
You know, Henry, I really like the way we told that story.
Yeah. Do you have any notes for me?
Do you have any notes for you? No, but I do see some things in the chat that I think we can switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you.
Cut me off. Alrighty. Super speed or mind reading? I think I want super speed.
And I think I want mind reading.
Oh. Well, isn't that perfect? Okay.
Yes.
And do you mind if, or do you want to begin?
Oh, I'll begin. Okay. My mind, it's reading. It's reading. Oh my gosh, I can see all the letters that are all around me on the walls, and it's reading all of them. Oh my god.
Hey!
What?
Can you read my mind?
Yes, I can read your mind. I'm reading that you are super fast. You have super.
How'd you know that about me? How'd you read my mind to know that I'm super fast?
My mind, it's breaking the barriers of my skull. It's reading everything around me.
It's telling you.
You know what? I'm gonna read your mind. I'm gonna read your mind one more time.
Read it. What does it say? You don't even know what it says. What does it say?
It means it's telling me something. It's telling me that you are going faster than 5 miles an hour.
Shut up. I was.
I mean, what did I tell them?
I literally was.
I told you that I could read my mind.
How did you?
Did you think that I could do it or not? Come on.
I think I doubted you at first, but I'm so happy I was proven wrong. I'm really happy I was proven wrong.
You were proven wrong too.
And scene. Wow.
Wow.
That.
That
I almost couldn't get through that. Yeah.
That-
wow.
that was emotional. To me,
Emotional.
emotional. That's right.
Alrighty. Do you know? Have they told you? Do we have time for one more? Well, but before that, can I just say a little something about NPH Theater?
Oh, go ahead.
Did you know that you can donate to it? And that all the people in the audience can donate to it? Yeah.
Really?
www.nphstheater.re.
T, as us thespians like to say.
Yeah, let's put up. Here, can we trade off? Can we trade off spelling it out?
Okay.
T as in Tartuffe.
H as in Helga.
Ha, yes. E as in Ernest.
A as in Alakazam.
T as in Tartuffe.
R as in Ralph.
And E as in external.
I love a good external.
And then it's a .org.
O-R-G as in Gertrude.
Okay.
Yeah.
www.nphstheater.org. You can donate there, whether you like the show or not.
Because whether you like the show or not, you probably like us.
Right? Oh, you're back. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna hand it back to Chris. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the question and answer segment. Our panel, or what's left of it, will now answer some of the questions that you have submitted. But before we get to that, I have a question of my own. In light of recent events, I think it's safe to say we no longer have to worry about that NDA. So, will one of you please enlighten us about this red herring?
Thank goodness I can finally tell you about what that meeting with Arthur was about. Unlike some of us here, we were not having an affair. Arthur had called me into his office to tell me about this new character that he and Frank had come up with. Now, originally they had planned for it to be a man, but they decided that Waste Manager and Trashy needed a strong female character, and they wanted me to play her on television. Anyway, that's what the crossover episode was going to be about. Black Flag's transformation into Red Heron.
I see. Did anyone else know about this?
I knew, of course. I didn't like the idea of losing Black Flag at first, but Arthur and Frank convinced me, and in the end I had to admit it was a great idea. Of course, that was before I found out Arthur was cheating on me.
Are you kidding me? Of course I knew. Penny couldn't stop herself from bragging about getting her own show. Lucky bitch.
Tina!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that offend you? I mean, lucky B word, not to mention lucky A word and C word and every other word you can think of.
Okay. Let's calm down from this. Buddy, Roger, did you guys know?
Yeah, I heard enough of the conversation when I walked into Arthur's office to figure it out.
Nobody told me, but then again, no one ever tells me anything.
All right. Well, let's take a look at some questions from the chat. First question. Vivian. Since Arthur has now passed on, do you get Arthur's company?
Yes, I believe I do.
All right. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I get to have control over it. Seems kind of cool, but I'm not really sure. I haven't had time to think about it yet.
All right. And this is another question relating to Arthur. Or who was the closest to Arthur? I assume Vivian had a pretty close relationship to Arthur, considering you two were married.
Yes, we did.
Well, that's a change from our relationship.
But Tina, you also had some interactions with Arthur, we'll call them. How was your relationship with Arthur like?
Our relationship was magical, but when I found out he was married, I couldn't continue it anymore, and we decided to remain friends.
Gotcha. What about the rest of you? How close were you all with Arthur?
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, we had some interactions before. You know, I was kind of going over to him a bit more when it came to the character change, but nothing really beyond that.
Oh, and how did you get your role, Penny? You say I'm the one with an affair.
You really think I would go for Arthur? No offense, you two, but not my type. Anyway, Buddy, you were going to say something?
I was going to say something, although that's an interesting point. I was going to say that, yeah, I worked with him because I worked at Artistic. That's about as far as anything ever, as well as I knew him. I worked at Artistic because I'm in the show that he helps create, and that's, yeah, I worked with and somewhat for him.
Arthur and I were close-ish. I mean, he hired me, and I would have considered us friends, but, you know, then he stole my wife, so there were some hard feelings there.
Yeah, that's understandable. Personally, I didn't really know Arthur that well. I kind of just met him to kind of interact with this panel. But kind of relating back to Tina and Penny, what's your relationship like? Why do you have such high amounts of turbulence between you two?
I would call it a sister relationship in a way that we both have similar backgrounds, but it's a love-hate relationship, if I were to say anything. Her reactions are always entertaining, as per usual.
Emphasis on the hate, I'd like to add. She could definitely clean up her language a bit, but kind of that sisterly bonds in a unfortunate way, I guess.
All right. Oh, going back to Vivian, seems to be a bit of a fan favorite here. How angry did Arthur's affairs make you? Like, would you ever act out on that anger?
I mean, it made me very mad, but it's been a long time since then, so I don't know why I'd kill him now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did anyone else have something to gain from Arthur's death? I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, maybe besides Vivian, but that's about it.
Well, I'd gain his wife.
All right. Maybe we can pick up on some more interactions, as I like to call them, after the panel. Let's see. Anything else? No other questions from the chat so far. So I kind of have a question of my own. Roger, did you really think that penguins were fish?
I'd like to not dwell on that if that's an option.
Picking up
Gotcha.
Arthur's habit of NDAs.
And I have another question as well for you, Roger. Did you really like Tina when you had a wife?
Well, that's a complicated question. Sorry. What does NDA stand for again, buddy?
No talk paper.
Oh, gotcha. Have I signed one of those?
No talk favor?
You have to dump
We're
things
simple-
back for him.
Yeah, we're trying to get it across.
Fair
Have I
enough.
signed one of
If
those?
it would make anyone
have.
feel better, I would never go for Roger. I like my men with a little bit of brains.
Tina, that's rather rude of you.
She has a
Oh, is
point,
it?
unfortunately. Sorry. Moving on. Let's see. Again, we don't really have any more questions from the chat. So how are we all feeling after Arthur's death? Like, what are your main reactions to this?
Really asking that right now?
I'm trying to be a good panel moderator, okay? I'm just trying, mental health check, if you will.
I mean, it sucks. It's a tragedy of both, like, you're saying Arthur, but also like Frank. Everything that was happening throughout this entire thing is just. Well, I didn't expect this when I came onto a panel at a convention.
That's a question to be asked. Vivian, are you gonna fire me and Buddy, or like, are we out of a job?
That's a
now?
good question.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Can you not do that?
Yeah, I'd
I might.
prefer. I can
Please do
be
it.
But, like, what if you
relatively
didn't?
professional.
Now I
He
have the
doesn't-
power now.
But you could not use it to fire us. Is a
Oh,
good
Yes, I
point.
could.
Okay, we can again resume this conversation about jobs at a different time. Let's take one more last question from the chat. So it looked like the thing that killed Arthur was a snake. And Penny, don't you have a background with snakes?
Technically, yes, I do.
Do you speak parcel tongue, like from Harry Potter? Dude, she totally does.
It's always easy with him.
That's
You're right.
sick.
Well, that
You're
makes
right.
two dumb people on this panel.
Tina, you're one to talk.
Okay. And actually, this is our last and final question. What are all of your opinions on the fact that this new character was a woman instead of a man? Like, was it how are all of your reactions to that?
I don't. It's the character. It's the character of Red Heron. It seems was designed to be played by a woman. I don't know how he would have taken the original, his idea that he had originally, but I don't know because I suggested, but whatever.
See, I'm all for feminism, but it could have been any other woman except Penny. See, I've been working my butt off to get where I am today, but they had to give it to Penny, who's a little airhead and goody two-shoes.
That's not
Well-
very fun of you, Tina.
Well, I honestly forgot about the new character until today, but
Sounds right.
I think Penny's gonna do a great job.
Aw, thank you, Roger.
All right. And with that, I think I know who killed Frank and Arthur. Do you? Submit your solution, including who committed the murder, how they did it, and why, by filling out the Google form posted in the chat. We'll see you soon.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Are back. And I think
Uh-huh.
this is our last set on this journey we've been on tonight.
I think you're right, Henry.
That's exciting. Well, should we get on with it then?
We should get on with the closing act.
All right, I think let's jump right in because I'm gonna
Right.
not want to hear much from you anymore. But yeah, let's take a superhero and a supervillain.
Let me guess, I'm gonna be the supervillain.
Well, you're what you eat. And I think let's check the chat for if we have anything. Just waiting on the chat.
Well, Henry, I like to say
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I like to say sometimes that art, it takes time. Sometimes it takes time for these things. It takes time for art. We're artists, actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So So do you want to be the supervillain? Should I be the superhero? Should I be the supervillain? Should you be the, what do you want? As we wait, we should plan ahead. What do you want to do?
I was a superhero earlier. I could be a superhero again. I could go either way. I could really go either way. I'm flexible. I'm really flexible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm seeing in the chat we have Ant-Man and Thanos. The nose. Well, that has to be good, right? That has to be the hero. Okay.
Right.
The nose. Thanos. The nose. Okay, I think I'll be the nose. All right.
Oh. And I will be the Ant-Man, Ant-Woman, Ant-Man. Yes.
Just see where it takes you. Okay, the nose. All right. May I begin? I'll begin. Okay. Oh God, what just got up there? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's an ant. It's a little ant man. Oh, a little ant woman. Oh.
Well, if you excuse me, I was busy being a man, a woman who is the size of an ant, as you can see.
All right. How did I not kill you when you snorted up my nose?
That's a funny.
I have the nose, so it's premiere up there. So I congratulations on surviving that.
Thank you. I'm pretty talented with these things. Ants, we're durable. And a lot of people underestimate us. We are durable, us man ants.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think I'm gonna let you go since you're so durable. Yeah. But so let's just I think the easiest way for me to do this would just be
just to.
Okay, and off you go. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Okay, our next pair, Hulk and Harley Quinn. I would like to be Harley Quinn.
Okay, and I will be Hulk. I think I've heard of him before.
Okay, good. Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. Harley. I'm not familiar with his work. Harley. Lee. Quinn. Win. Bin. Din. Dinner. I like dinner. I can work with this. Okay, let's go.
All right, and my interpretation is the bulk Hulk.
Bulk Hulk.
Yes,
Maybe-
Hulk.
Hey, let's go off that. Like the Hulk is bulking up on Harley Quinn dinner. Let's do it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, Harley, it's bulk season. Really trying to get these gains in.
Okay, then eat me. I look so delicious, don't I?
So you are the dinner. Is that what you're?
Dinner. Come eat the dinner, the Harley Quinn dinner.
The Harley Quinn. Oh, you're the Harley Quinn dinner, and I am.
I am Harley Quinn. I am here
Oh.
for you to eat me, and then I
will.
you up. I make you the Hulk when you eat me. All right. I think it's gonna be good. Let's do hair first, okay? I think that'll be best for you. All right. So, all right, grab on. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
Good. Got it. And then just eat me. Just gobble, gobble, gobble. Oh, okay, that worked. I'm now in your esophagus.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
I can feel my throat bulking.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh, it's good.
You want to know why it's bulking up? You want to know it's why? You want to know why your throat's bulking up? Because I'm poison! I poisoned you!
You're sending me into anaphylactic shock. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what that is, but I poisoned you.
Of course you don't, but, you know, as the Hulk, I'm pretty sure that I'm bulky enough that I will be able to overcome this dinner.
Poison, 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 poison. Poison, 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 poison.
All inside.
Poison!
Hulk!
And see. Wow. Yeah, yeah. All right, I think we have time for one more. Oh, our last one. Can I just say we've done such an incredible thing helping out this high school theater department.
You know what? Right. I think we really blessed them in many different ways tonight. I think they got to see the work of some real thespians.
Yeah. Yes. Well, at least one. Okay. Let's see. We have a couple options there.
Wow.
Are you thinking Scooby-Doo? And are you thinking that one?
I'm definitely thinking something along the lines of that.
Okay. Scooby-Doo for our final one.
Right.
Scooby-Doo and the burglars from Home Alone. All right. Who do you want to be? Can I be a burglar?
Of course. You know, I was going to offer myself to be the dog.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Let's all right. So, I am a burglar from Home Alone.
From Home Alone.
Or a dog.
And
Scooby-Doo dog. Scooby-Doo dog. Scooby-Doo da day. Scooby-Doo dog. Scooby-Doo. Okay.
I'm gonna get your opinion on this. Is Scooby-Doo dog a dog that can speak, a dog that can bark, or a Scooby-Doo combination of the two? What are you thinking?
Just go where it takes you. Just go where it takes you. Yeah.
You know what?
All right.
I respect that. Is that a burglar inside of Scooby-Doo's house?
Quit barking, dog.
Can't hold back these barks. Who are you? Bark,
Dog.
bark. My name is Scooby-Doo.
Scooby. Scooby, is that you?
Yes?
Scooby.
Yeah?
Do you think this movie is good enough for a sequel?
Yeah. Bark, yes. But Bark, I think, needs to take place in another state. Bark,
Heard something.
bark. 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 Bark, bark, bark. 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 Bark.
Sorry, I came from work. I have to eat.
Bark. Bark, Scooby-Doo, bark.
Does this look valuable? I should steal this, right?
It looks like it would be fun to chew on.
Yeah.
Bark, yeah. Bark.
Can't go for nothing, right?
Thank you for your rather interesting improv, but I think it's time that we solve this murder.
Well,
You didn't let us say
that
first.
have been called interesting by the New York Times satellite branch in Bakersfield. So,
Congratulations. But
to
everyone,
you, I mean, Carla, they have gotten to see us work. Wow.
I mean,
If I had a chance to see someone like us when I was in high school, I think
I would have
that
soaked
would
it
have
up.
been crazy. That I would have been so, to see someone
Honored.
really doing it, really
I feel
doing
like for once I'm not the only one confused.
yeah, we're not in high school. We're all like 30.
Hey, I'm pretty young.
I'm a
Y'all might be
con-on.
old, but
Comic-Con.
Anyways, it's time to solve this murder.
On.
Thank you very much, Henry and Carla. Thank you.
Live long and prepare. Okay.
My fellow.
They're quite the pair, aren't they? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to solve this murder. Who killed Frank Kirby and Arthur Lane?
I hate to say it, but it must have been Penny.
Me! You're the one who had an affair with Arthur. Probably with Frank, too. You Scarlet Woman!
Oh, it's on. Maybe so, but I'm not the one who grew up playing with snakes.
Hey!
Say that you are one as well.
Okay, ladies, I don't think that either one of you is the murderer. Tina, you didn't have a reason to kill Frank or Arthur. And Penny had even less of a reason to want them dead. Without them, there is no Red Heron, and she's stuck playing your pesky sidekick.
Yeah, fun me, Tina.
Still, what about Vivian? I was married to her for 2 years, and I can tell you that she's capable of just about anything.
Why, thank you, Roger. I consider that a compliment. That these were like most mysteries where it's the person you'd least expect you to be the murderer. No one in their right mind would suspect an idiot like you.
Oh, thank you, Hey!
Vivian, you're a writer. Would you explain the meaning of the phrase red herring?
You mean red heron?
No, red herring.
Well, in a murder mystery, a red herring is a false clue that is intended to mislead, to distract from the actual killer.
Exactly. And if we proceed with the assumption that RH stands for red herring, I think it's safe to assume that every so-called clue RH provided us with is, in fact, a red herring. In which case, the only real clue to the murderer's identity is the one not provided by RH themselves. Well, at least not voluntarily.
Which clue is that?
It's the one you provided us with, buddy. When Arthur first mentioned red heron, you corrected him. You said it should be red herring, because red herring meant something. What did you mean by that?
Just that I always thought it should be called red herring, that's all. Red heron doesn't make any sense.
Didn't you always think that because you were the one that brought up red herring to Arthur? The idea that you brought up, hoping you would get paid for and get to star as?
It's possible, but
Blue,
Buddy?
that Arthur had a habit of stealing ideas from others. That red herring from Buddy, claiming they changing the character's gender and character and claiming the idea as his.
No.
Didn't you kill Arthur and Frank because they killed your chances at becoming rich and famous as the star and creator of your own television series?
Yes, I did it. But that wasn't the reason. It was because they were going to ruin my idea. Red herring would have been brilliant. A troubled, misunderstood vigilante who deliberately leaves behind false clues. Whereas red heron was destined to be nothing but a stupid, long-legged bird. Well, guess what? It's not over yet. I have plenty more fine-fanged friends. Meet Lady Fandango and Sir Bitesalot. Yeah, that's right. You haven't seen the last of red herring. Ow, oh God. Ow, oh. Ow, 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 ow.
Well, I guess we have heard the last of red herring. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our panel discussion and our mystery.
Thank you so much for coming to our murder mystery. This is our last show for this year, and we are so happy that you guys could make it and participate. Thank you so much for contributing, for asking your questions to our wonderful actors, for submitting your guesses to who the murderer was. We do have a winner, and we'll be emailing you shortly. So thank you so much for contributing. And don't forget that you can donate to nphstheater.org. I don't know if you got that rubbed in your face quite enough yet, but you can sure donate, and it would be a major help to our department to keep us making shows like this even better. So please donate. And also, if you are hungry and you haven't had dinner yet, or you just want like a shake or something, you can go to Farmer Boys in Newbury Park and show them a flyer, a printed or digital version. We have a digital version on our NPHS theater _ Instagram, and you can go support us there at Farmer Boys, and a portion of the proceeds of your purchase will go to our department as well. So please do that, and thank you so much for coming and watching. That's also helps us out so much, and we really hope that you had a great time here. So thank you so much for watching.
Trashy went in the trash.